world of collectibles is thriving, and we're here to talk about it. Hello everyone, my name is Mayank. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm the director of collectibles for eBay here in the US. And today, I'm thrilled to talk to you about the magical world of comics, toys, and coins. So let's get into the agenda for today. We'll start by looking at how some of these businesses have performed recently. Then we'll get into some new services and partnership updates. And finally, we'll wrap it up with some tips for the upcoming holiday season. So first, let's talk about some updates and trends. Starting off with the wonderful world of comics. We sold a lot of comics last year, 6.6 million to be precise. That's almost 40,000 short boxes filled with comics. That's a lot. And our sellers listed 41% more comics in 2022 than they did in 21, with the average selling price of comics over 100 increasing by 3% in 22. All of this creating immense value for sellers and buyers alike, and showing that continued interest in this space from around the world. Let's look at our top searches. Not surprisingly, Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 2099 popping into our top 10 with some of the most amazing movies released recently. And then CGC is right up there on the #1 spot, signaling the importance of grading to our buyers. And we sold some expensive books. So that amazing fantasy number 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man, of course, graded 5.0, selling for $65,000. But beating Spider-Man to the punch was Wonder Woman, with her first appearance in All-Star Comics number 8, graded 4.5, selling for a whopping $98,000. That's amazing. No, that's wonderful. Let's switch over to the world of toys. Again, we sold a lot of toys. 36.6 million toys last year, with a 3.7% increase in average selling price. That's huge. And we sold almost 30% more Legos than the previous year. So some really exciting stats for that space. And as we click into this next slide, we see some more of that strength of Lego on this pie chart first over here, like where you see Lego has the highest share of business, growing at double digits year over year, followed by Hasbro, Mattel, and Hot Wheels that saw roughly equal share. And then we saw some higher price brands like Hot Toys sliding in there and getting some share as well. And then as we look at our top searches in toys, there too, Lego continues to be the most searched brand, followed by Hot Wheels and Transformers. And of course, sliding in at number 10 is Squishmallows, a brand that's really squished the world by storm and might be headed to the same status as Beanie Babies, that still incredibly, at number 7 on that list, continue to dominate 30 years since they were first launched. And we sold some expensive toys. The Star Wars Darth Vader cause figure that you see up there, selling for a $26,000 price point. Really cool to see the intersection of art and toys. And then that AFA graded Snake Eyes selling for a steal at $20,000. That's also the stat I show my mom every time we discuss what she did to my G.I. Joe collection. And then moving over to the world of coins. We sold 11.5 million coins last year. That's like 10,000 jars filled with coins. Now, don't troll my math on that, guys. Trust me, that's a lot of coins, especially when you consider that we raised our average selling price in our entire coins business by 4.5% year over year. So some incredible growth in that sector. And jumping into some of the stats here, we saw bullion see double-digit growth last year. We saw world coins outpace the growth of US coins, both having positive year-over-year comps. And then we are seeing a lot of interest in modern coins as well. Now, we know our customers cross-shop across our categories. And there are customers who are looking for those Marvel coins, or Star Wars coins, or Bruce Lee coins. So all of these stats just indicating that there's a lot of opportunity and breadth in the assortment that works for our customers and what customers are looking for. And just something to think about as you're planning your inventory for the upcoming season and beyond. And then let's take a look at our top searches in the world of coins. No surprises, the Morgan silver dollar still remains the most searched coin. And then in our top selling items here, in 22, the Mexico gold 50 pesos was one of the highest selling coins of last year. So yes, across the board, across these categories, business is thriving and showing strong signs of continued momentum and growth. And now let's talk about some highlights from our recent services and partnerships that we have launched on site. First up, eBay Live. Now, as we all know, live shopping is already here as a compelling format for buyers and sellers. And we launched eBay Live as a beta in April of this year. And in the first 3 months of launch, we saw our sellers do over 700 live streams, attracting over 1 million views. And we saw buyers and sellers engage in incredible new ways. So whether it be exclusive merchandise, live artist signing, or one-on-one fan interactions with your favorite athletes and brands, there's so much this platform has to offer. We are humbled by the response we have seen this far, and our team is working tirelessly to collect feedback and get the product ready for a broader launch. So watch this space for more. And now looking at some of our key partnerships. So as you might know, last year we partnered with Funko to become their official preferred secondary marketplace partner. Funko also opened a direct storefront on eBay. And this means a lot of cool things for our Funko fans around the world. From exclusive drops and a larger breadth of inventory, to new ways of engaging with the brand in person, to more seamless ways of shopping. We have a lot planned for this partnership that we are excited to share with you in the coming months. And then in the world of sports memorabilia, we partnered with Notable Live. Notable Live is a company co-founded by football legend and Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith that brings unique ways for fans to engage with athletes. Whether it be exclusive game-worn merchandise, or a one-on-one live interview, or even a fishing trip with your favorite athlete, there's a lot of cool stuff that we are doing, and there's more coming up. And we saw a lot of action in the world of toys. This year alone, we brought on Spin Master and Super 7 and Sideshow Collectibles and more, all incredibly important icons in the mindshare of collectors. This will give customers access to rare and exclusive toys and more direct ways for fans to engage with their favorite brands. And not only is this great news for our buyers, but also for our sellers as we drive the overall relevance of eBay in the toys community, both from a primary and secondary market standpoint. And finally, folks, we're out there. The number one thing that matters to us here at eBay is to show up for the community. That's why we're here. So you'll see us at places where hobbyists, artists, and sellers gather and play. So stop by and say hi. We look forward to meeting you in person. And last but not the least, the holiday season. Just as the saying goes, it's never too early to prepare for the holiday season. And I'm going to leave you with 3 basic tips to absolutely nail as you prep for the holidays. Number 1, research, research, research. Research the upcoming culturally relevant events. Whether it be a big movie that's releasing this holiday season or that hot new toy that is dropping. it's always a good idea to get ahead of the trends so you can plan and stock up appropriately. And with that, I want to remind you on number 2 here. Utilize Terapeak. It's a very powerful tool that we make available to our sellers. It allows you to research products and their selling history so you can really plan what you're going to buy into or restock. And number 3, start getting your marketing and promotional plans in place. Utilize the promotions manager to set up deals for your customers. It's always a good idea to start getting ahead of your promotional and marketing plans. And remember, the holidays are a great time to not only delight your customers and offer great deals and fun products, but also a great time for you to drive awareness and followers to your store. So don't miss out and reach out if you have any questions. And with that, I'll leave you with the key takeaways from our conversation today. Number 1, the collectibles business is thriving. We're seeing continued momentum and strength in this space, and we are excited to continue to invest in this space on behalf of our hobbyists. Number 2, we have brought on new partnerships and formats like eBay Live, driving exclusive merchandise and experiences and growth for our sellers. And number 3, it's never too early to start prepping for holidays. It's never too early, and there's a lot to be gained. With that, I want to say thank you for listening today. Thank you for being the most incredible sellers. Thank you for delighting our customers every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And speaking of which, now we're going to pop over and hear directly from one of our amazing sellers. I'll see you there. Hey everyone, good to see you again. Welcome back. My name is Mayank. I'm the director of Collectibles for the US for eBay. And I'm here today with Mayumi, who is one of our lovely, lovely sellers. And she is here with us to give her thoughts, tell us about her world and her experiences. Mayumi, so lovely to have you.
So nice to meet you finally.
Pleasure's mine. So, we're going to start with the easy questions, and then they get progressively harder. So get ready for it. Starting off with, what do you collect?
So my main focus is Disney Collectibles, Disneyana as it's called sometimes, but my main focus is Disney pins.
Disney pins.
Yes.
And is there a certain genre within pins that you're more passionate about, or is there so tell us about your world and what interests you the most?
So definitely my focus was the Renaissance era of Disney. So Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, those were the things I started off collecting. And as my collection grew, I brought into the new releases like Encanto and Tangled, and I'm always trying to do new collections to fill up my hoard.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And is there a special little piece that you've acquired recently that you want to tell us about?
So there was a new set, well, not a new set, but a new release. Disney does a series called the Beloved Tales, and each one is a circle, and every one is a different movie with a special scene from the movie. And I recently got the Encanto one with Mirabel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and is there any special story about how you got it, or?
I've made a lot of friends through the trading community, so I missed out on the initial release at retail. So I did look on eBay, and I found a seller that I've worked with a lot, and I got it from them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a nice little segue into your world.
Just a nice happenstance.
Yeah, into your world at eBay. So tell us about your store on eBay and what you sell, and tell us a little about your business.
So the business is Mighty Pins and Collectibles, and it started off with my boss, Josh. He started it in about 2006, and it really took off 2008, and he opened a storefront. And he started with pins and action figures and anything nerdy, anything collectible, and it's a passion for him to create a fun space where you can trade and sell in our store.
That's awesome. So selling everything from pins to action figures and Funko Pops.
We dip into cards too, but our
Cards,
main is
yeah.
figures and pins.
That's awesome. And you're
Yeah.
located right around where Disney is
Yes.
in Orange County.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Less than 2 miles. Very, very close. You could totally walk.
That's incredible. And so you've been selling now on eBay for how many years? You said
2006, and I've been with them since about 8 years ago.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now connecting your selling world with your hobbyist
Mhm.
world, and that's amazing that you're like sort of bringing those two things together. Tell me about a recent thing that you have sold that you wish you hadn't sold.
This wasn't very recent, but Lorcana is coming out, and we sold it close to the Disney Expo last year, and we got a nice amount for it, but now it's quadruple the price. There was a card set of 6 cards.
Yeah.
And it's intense now.
It is
Yeah.
intense, and it's heating up on our platform. It's
Mhm.
like we can see it every day, and the last few months have been crazy.
Yeah.
So now, just a nice little segue into Lorcana and trends and how they influence the industry. So tell us about any interesting trends or any just interesting things that you're seeing in the industry. Maybe it might be around pins or anything that you've seen around your shop that's really interesting.
We noticed that certain themes aren't popular, and then all of a sudden everybody's collecting it. Everybody wants to have it.
Yeah.
And I attribute that to kids growing up and wanting to collect what they experienced as a kid, whether it was a movie or a certain toy line. And it's just they're an adult now. They have disposable income. They can buy what they want or what their mom sold at a yard sale to get back.
That's incredible.
Mhm.
And we saw some of that like amplify as we went through the pandemic, and we're spending so much time at home.
Yes.
We're just tapping into our childhood nostalgia. Like heck, I know I'm like collecting all of my childhood Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles again. Is there something that you got back into through the pandemic, or is there any of that happened with you personally?
I tried to be restrained, but I did get back into the Pokemon hype when it was booming. Nothing super specific that I can think of, but seeing that boom again was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, speaking of trends, as I shared earlier, we just launched our own beta version of our live commerce platform. We launched eBay Live. So we'd love to hear about how you think about live commerce and what might that have done to your business, or how you're thinking about it. We'd love to get your thoughts on live commerce.
The live commerce helped us immensely during the pandemic. We closed our storefront. We were trying to be so safe. And during that lockdown time, we really grew our online presence, with it being on Instagram Live or just posting different posts weekly with everyone. And it really saved us having that take up the slack from our storefront sales.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
did you find the consumers also sort of engaging and reacting with that new platform? How's that transition been? It's an exciting new platform, and eager to sort of understand how the customers and sellers are sort of responding to it.
Yeah, the live platform helps because we can talk about our experiences or our stories and our hobby. And I think having it on eBay Live is going to help us because that's our main bread and butter of our business.
Yeah. And what you are saying resonates so much. We were at San Diego Comic-Con recently. I don't know if you saw some of our eBay live streams, but we had some of these artists, like childhood icons of mine, Stan Sakai and
I'm
Jim Lee.
so jealous that
Yeah.
you got to go to Fun Days, by the way.
Oh yes, we were at Fun Days, and we'll talk about our partnership with Funko,
Mhm.
and we had fun with eBay Live, and we had, Stan, he was remarking stuff, and Jim was there. He was drawing live and interacting with the audience and and his customers, and it was just great to just see some of that community aspect.
It gives a personal touch to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really amazing for us to witness that, and it was just so joyful to like sort of bring that to customers, fans. Like, so speaking of Funko, like let's talk about Funko here for a second. As you know, we have a partnership with Funko. Any thoughts on that, and what that might mean for the community? Would love to hear your take on it.
I'm all for more retailers being on eBay, and I know people are afraid of it, but there's a space for everyone. And for us, we like to be very careful with counterfeits. We throw away so much fake product at our store because we don't want it in the market. And eBay having Funko there is a nice benchmark for this is totally trustable. But the difference is for small businesses, we can use way more time to do personal photos of the object. So there's room for everyone. They're going to have their stock photos. We're going to have our 12 images of the Funko and see everything you're getting on it.
No, absolutely, and that is the intent. Like the intent for us and for is for us to find new ways to engage with the brand and bring as I had mentioned earlier, exclusive product, exclusive merchandise, exclusive experiences. And yeah, we're super excited, and it's just incredible to see how that brand engages with the audience. And I had the pleasure and the honor of being at Fun Days, and it was wild, it was crazy. And then just segueing into the holiday season coming up. What are your plans for the holiday season? How do you prepare for the holiday season, and is there anything different that you're doing this year? So tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
So we do sales on eBay for the holidays, but we'll also do an in-store sale to give every one of our customers a chance at something. So for our major holidays that we focus on, Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend, President's Day, we'll do a in-store sale along with a trading event to bring the community together.
That's awesome.
So we'll rent space, it's in our lease. We have to have 4 events a year, and we do trading events.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything different or special that you're doing on the eBay store this year, for example, or anything?
I think we're doing a special sale around Christmas time that we have never done before. We'll do different themes on sale on specific days, and I think we're going to do that this time for the holidays.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for spending time with me, Mayumi. It was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for me to hear directly from you and for our listeners back home. And yeah, we look forward to an exciting holiday season. That's also, again, a gentle plug to start preparing for your holiday season. There's never too early a time to do that. But Mayumi, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.